Peace. This is King over Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to say the worst thing, the most revolutionary thing, I'll put it that way. The most revolutionary thing that you can do is to simply not believe in the Matrix. That's it. To not believe in the Matrix. And that will be the most difficult thing for people to do. Fighting against it is believing in it. Is giving energy to it. Is giving energy to its existence. Worrying about it. Focusing on it. Trying to create something perfect within it. Is all giving energy to it. It's a part of its construct. The most revolutionary act is to no longer believe in it, to let it all go and see what happens. See, some of you all want to know what's going to happen after you let it go. You know, where's this going? Where's it going to end up? And that's why you hold on to the Matrix, because you don't know where it's going. Your whole idea of going itself has been constructed by the Matrix. The most revolutionary thing you can do is just to no longer believe in the Matrix, period. At all. To no longer believe in its power, its strength, or its weakness. Don't try to transform it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to be disappointed by it. Don't try to be happy about it. Stop believing in it. You cannot find your truth in the realm of illusion. You cannot change illusion. You cannot correct illusion. You can only be situated in truth, in the divine black supreme reality in all situations, circumstances, and events. But that's the hardest thing for your mind to do. Because while you want to fight against the Matrix, you claim to be against it, you talk about the problems you have with it, you can't stop believing in it. Because the moment you stop believing in it, you will end up somewhere else at that moment. That will be the space of freedom for you. When you no longer believe in the Matrix. Everything can open up for you at that point. Expansion can happen. Liberation can happen. But you don't want to stop believing in it. Your way of destroying it or changing it is going through it, is using it in some way. And that function was already there for you to use it, to keep it alive, to keep it going. You have to stop believing in it. And when you stop believing in it, your first act will be the perversion of it. Your first act will be perverse. Because if you don't believe in it, you can't use it as it was created. You're no longer caught in the limitations of it. You have no definition anymore of it. So your next act will only be beyond it. Every action after that will be beyond it. You don't know what these actions will be. You don't know what will happen. You don't know how deep the rabbit hole gets. And you fear that, which is why you hold on to the Matrix under the auspices of getting rid of it. Because you're actually afraid of what's really out there. outside of this fairy tale, this bedtime story that has did a very good job of putting you to sleep. Stop believing in the Matrix. That's it. Don't fear it. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Just let it go. It's not important. They are not important. It is not important. It is not real. It will present illusions to you. The reality of them is based on your own belief. Even they are infinite, even they are open-ended. Because when you step out of the matrix, you realize that there is no conclusions. It never ends. And something that has no ending, has no real construct, has no real purpose, has no real definition. It means nothing. Everything that you think is a meaning is a belief. It's a narrative, a story, a theme. You're in the realm of a million themes. So if it has no conclusion, it has no ending, it has no meaning, what the fuck are you worried about? The fuck do you care about? The fuck are you concerned about? You have to believe in it to even be affected by it, to be caught up in it, to be trapped. You have to believe in it. To have a problem, to be disappointed, you have to believe in it. It can't affect you if you don't believe in it. Now, I'm not saying that, things don't happen, this or that situation or circumstance, that circumstances are not real or situations are not real. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but what they mean, the meanings that destroy your soul, that plague your mind, the meanings that disease your heart are unnecessary. It's a waste of time. Because how you can expand meaning gives you the power to infinitely transform everything. Your life resides in that freedom of movement of consciousness. And if you believe in something, you're stuck. You're stuck in somebody else's paradigm that has become a self-fulfilling prophecy for you. And you want to get out. But the movie is called Getting Out. So it never happens, because that's what the movie is about. Break the VCR. Break the DVD. Free yourself. Stop believing in it. One belief leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another, and you're generating it through your very own consciousness. When you stop believing in it, you're free at that moment. When you stop believing in it, you are an eternal and infinite being at that moment, with unlimited and endless possibilities. But when you believe in it, you only have one destiny. And it looks kind of harsh, it looks kind of grim, and you should be worried if you believe in that shit. If that's the parameters of your existence, I understand what the worries and what the concerns are. But once you stop believing in it, you'll be so much beyond it all that you'll find peace at that moment. And you must know nothing, because everything you think you know, it's just a belief. So your knowledge is a form of a belief system that traps you. To not to know is freedom. To know is the parameters of your imprisonment. They say ignorance is bliss, but I don't think you understood what type of ignorance they was talking about. I don't think you understood the type of ignorance that is bliss. The type of ignorance that ignores the matrix is bliss. When you can ignore it, you don't believe in it anymore. Not saying stuff is not going to happen, but what does it mean? What do it mean? You come up with a meaning. And is it a matrix one? Is it one that is consistent with the matrix? Is it true? Where does it lead? Where does it all go? What does it all mean in the end? What does it all mean? You don't know? What the fuck is the problem? What's the problem? If you don't know what it all means, and you say, well, I don't believe in God or Jesus, or, I'm an atheist, or I'm spiritual, I don't really know what I believe. I don't know what to know or what I know, or I just believe. I don't really know what's out there. I don't really know what it all adds up to. So what the fuck are you worried about? What's the problem? Because a problem must be something that is definite. But if you don't have the ultimate answer, you don't even know what is definitive or not. Your answers are temporary. Your ideas are temporary. Your beliefs are temporary. Hell, you might even be temporary. A temporary entity with a permanent problem. Sounds like a mind control zombie to me. A slave to somebody else's matrix and paradigm. You got permanent problems in a temporal situation. And the most temporary situation is the false construct that exists within our minds, that's been given to us specifically in this particular dimension. It maintains this dimension for us. We are multidimensional, omnidimensional beings, trapped in a pre-written perceptual framework that we just can't let go, because we found identity within that false illusion. And when we let go of the false illusion, the fake identity of us will die as well, and then we'll have to find out who we, and what we really are. And we're really scared of that. We don't want to know that, because everything that is what the Matrix did not want you to know or find out about you. Because if you did, you wouldn't keep it going. It and the real you cannot coexist. One of them has to die. So if it wants to live, it has to give you a fake illusion of yourself that you must perpetuate and hold on to. That must become your job to maintain that identity. Let all that shit go. See what happens. See what happens. It can't be that bad. It's King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate and don't hate.